I have solved it. For now. How's it going, folks? So, yeah. Had a bit of a hiccup earlier on today. We are definitely chilling now. A pretty crazy degree. Everything's been smoothed out. I set up a whole nother setup back here just to feed more plant ash and fertilizer into that, which obviously feeds itself and continues the cycle. We got an extra one feeding into this. I adjusted this line here so that when this line is full, it spits it out there. That's generally how it's been running because these are full. So that's been doing a good job of keeping up, and it's been feeding into here to keep it going. This one's also no longer pulling as well, which has helped. But yeah, we don't have a surplus down here necessarily, but there is enough coming through that it is, at the very least, feeding everything, frequently. It's not consistent yet, but we'll get there. I think what I really need to do is redesign this and really reorganize the quicklime powder and the plant ash. And once I can do that, then it'll be better. Obviously, there's a whole slew of things that I could do to better adjust it, but for right now, it's not. I'm not looking to make it the most efficient thing in the world. That being said, 35. Okay, good. I did do some stuff between streams. Hence why my reputation is now up to 70 instead of 0. Expand chat a bit. There we go. Wanted to make sure that it was going to be all set and proper. So, oh wow. London closets have a surplus. Good to know. Very good to know. So, yeah, generally it seems to be that the quicklime line is okay, but not as efficient as it could be, it seems. So I think what I might do is feed it back up and into there. Wait, why isn't it? All the furnaces are bad. So, you know what? We'll do this. Add that in as a surplus value. That way everything can continue to run smoothly. Where? Huh? Okay. I see. Yeah, no, so I can't do it that way then. Understood. Okay. Nope, that's not what I want you to do. Is to go that way. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, no, so I can't really do much of anything on this side because this side's being funded by this. Which, well, yes, it is producing a pretty solid amount of fuel. It is also balancing it between these two. So, that's got its own toll to pay. So, what if then I just do that? I just give it a surplus. I am thinking there's probably going to come a time where I'm going to need to do how's it going, Skeletor? Nothing in particular right now, just kind of organizing and maximizing, really. The goal is to go for the transformation potion, but I still have to go through all the research to get to it, so I'm kind of just going at it real casual until I can, you know, kind of blow through everything. How much is everything? Oh, it's only $290. Oh. Oh, no, that's just to start jewelry. Wait. Never mind, it's $4,400. Gotcha. Understood. That is a pretty hefty price tag. I do have 5,200. An authority chance of failure. 2 conveyor outputs. A failed product go through the second output. Sphere, liquid flask, a file. Spherical flask for storing liquids, 4 pipeline connections. Okay, so it's a fluid buffer, basically. Bounce room, bounce in the air, and launch high in the air after you step on it. Okay, so that'll be good for transferring floors. Requires recipe, has 6 conveyor belt inputs and 1 conveyor output. And the product is gradually crafted. Yeah, I've done a few of them. Ooh. Advanced fertilizer would be really good, actually. Because I could use, yeah, no, that's gonna be number one. Because fertilizer is the main thing that I'm having issues with. If you've just told me that I can increase the rate that it works at, that's... Oh. Oh, I see. So... Yeah, no, we're gonna swap over to that, I think. That is well worth it. Yeah, no, like, money isn't really my issue. Like, I've got that coming in spades, because... What the fuck is it? Why? Like, I've got a reputation of 98. Like, there's very few, as of right now, that brings down my reputation, so it's just going up until it can't. Oh. Cool. But yeah, like, I don't have bricks automated yet. I could do bandages, but I would need more hemp. So that's kind of out of the picture for right now. Wooden pulleys, again, rope, hemp isn't really a thing, so I can't do that. So I could do, but I think that yellow liquid is from flax, which probably isn't going to happen. And then, obviously, linens. So yeah, like, a lot of them require me to do a bunch of hemp stuff, which, like, I don't really need, because I'm getting over 2,000 on a good sale anyway. More or less, I'm just trying to wrap my head around stuff. So... You are producing 35 a minute. You're consuming 11.7 a minute, putting you around roughly 35.1. So technically you should be faster. Well, you're not due to coal shortage. Shit. That explains a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna need to rework the whole thing. Because this works, but it's not giving me the results that I need, and it's not organized at all. Like, I'm definitely gonna need to sort everything out and actually get it to be in a position that will be efficiently producing all the materials that I need. Now, I do worry that for every day I keep my thing closed, I will lose reputation. So I am a little worried about that, but... So, let me look this over right now. What all here turns into what? Also, did I apply both my upgrades? I did. Okay, good. So, Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone. Yeah. One of these is capable of feeding these constantly with no issue. But I think part of that is because these are full. So that might not be a viable option for judgment. Either way, it might be smart to completely just revamp everything. Especially now that I have that area to work with, too. Like, I own the whole plot. Yeah, no, that is going to be something that I'm going to be incorporating because it'll reduce the amount of fertilizer that I need to transport in time. And in theory, it should also produce it faster. Yeah. But, like, as it stands right now, the advanced fertilizer is just another reason in a long catalog of things that I've just been pushing off. So it's, you know, kind of a whole thing. Plus, I would like to swap over to coal. Because, from my understanding, coal is actually a pretty solid fuel source at 540, beating out the 480 from wood. It's a little more expensive, sure, at 4,800, but with the money I'm making, that won't really be an issue. Honestly, I'll probably start doing, I guess, no, I think I'll be fine using that, because, ooh, but is it? Oh. Oh. I see. It's crafted at an Anathar or Athanor, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to get it. I'll either get a good product or a worse product. Shit. Okay, no, so coal would be the best option for fuel for right now. Which is nice because it's a significantly greater value and I don't have to worry about processing it and crushing it and doing X, Y, and Z. It's just go. So let me get down a whole bunch of storages because I know I'm going to need them. Of course, I never could get rid of all that. Okay. I'll have all the resources for this. But, like, all that's gotta go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. Of course, the vast majority of it was, hey, here's all of these items you're probably not going to want. Yes, thank you. I'd throw them out, but realistically, I am going to need them anyway. So, it makes no sense to do so. We'll grab those, though. And then I can not deposit the 2,000 in there. Fuck. That's fine. So let me get rid of that. And that. This. Thankfully, iron production will still go unabated, because, like, I'm not really doing anything with the iron right now. And eventually I'll add it to the store, but that's not that big of a deal. Let me add... Wait. Okay. I won't take that one for now. Okay. So... yeah. Okay. So... production will begin in the corner. Or at least this is where one of them will begin. I'm debating on whether or not it's worth it to do them, like, stacked on top of one another or not. So, like, the one layer would be, like, stone, all that stuff, and then a layer up would be wood. I'm not sure. So... how many furnaces wide is each section? Because it's going to need to be spaced out by one. You know what? Rather than trying to start it from the front, we'll start it from the back. Simple belt. Pulled away from the wall by one. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So these will be attached to a small fleet. Oh my god, I can put them one by one. Yes. Okay. 6. I need more large cogs. Wait. Okay. Okay. So one of these is capable of doing... Maybe. I'll do that maybe. Just because, like, going out of my way to make it look pretty has never really been my shtick. I usually go form over, or function over form, is the way to describe it. Brutalist architecture is best describing it. I.e., I can't decorate for shit. That's the real reason. Three, 4. Okay, so we'll do 8 for now. And then that will obviously feed... into... Nope. Back that up by 1. Actually... No, because that'll save me from having to remake the little fucking fiasco thing that I make every time anyway. Good. Okay. Then I'll do this. And no, the small chest works just fine. If push comes to shove, I'll extend it. But realistically, not too worried. But you'd want to know what's even easier? You want to know what's even easier? Not putting the walls down. Look, I'll be real. If the NPCs are so adamant to get their hands on my fertilizer, I think my factory is the last thing that I'm worried about. Let's be real. Before I go out of my way to buy all that rock. Because it's not a boulder. It's a motherfucking rock. Okay. We'll see. more I have. I don't think I have too many. I lied. Okay, do I have any other boulders anywhere that I should know about? No. Good. Let's keep it that way. Yeah, that makes sense that that emptied pretty quick. Take the 120 silver. I'll give you 10,000 more copper to work off. You need to be depositing by 50. Oh, right, I need to convert you down into copper. Before anything else. Okay. So now those will all fill with each of their various needed currencies. See, this shows a real trust in the community when I can line the sidewalk with pennies and nobody takes them. That's real trust. You may live in a gated community, but I live in a community where my fence is pennies. We are not the same. Okay. There we go. I just thought of something. Hold on. Because it's going to be here anyway. I might as well put the portal for coal here. At least one of them. Because there will likely be many. But this will be the first of many. Oh. Okay, let's go buy more. I mean, honestly, if they're taking 50 cents from my sidewalk to buy $400 in product, I don't think I really care. I'm gonna be real. Like, it's gonna go back to me anyway, so what does it matter? I am just the end point of capitalism. I'm like Starbucks. The world's largest, or the number one largest untaxable bank. No, need you to be doing it in 50s, thank you. Okay, so you, my jolly green friend, are going to be doing coal. But what I'm going to do is Started off with coal dust, just so I can get rid of it. And then feed it with the good afterwards. I do wish that it would keep your previously selected orientation. When you place one down. Okay. Now, commence the coal. This, I imagine, will take a minute. Just because it is going to be quite a lot of money going into it, but I should get well beyond what I was previously then. Actually, let me actually compare. So, it's 540 versus 48. Out of a log, I get 200, whereas out of coal, I get 120. Obviously, it does a heat value of fucking 30,000 if you just shove the ore in there. But why do that when obviously you get more out of it by doing it this way? So it's 0.8? Yeah, 0.8. Now I'm assuming coal dust doesn't exist. Obviously there's coal coke, but that's separate. Yep. Which is why I had to reorganize everything. Because what I can do is I can use that wood to fuel other endeavors that I'll be adding, like the pulley system and all that. But that'll come afterwards because I need to make the advanced fertilizer first, which is its own whole thing. TLDR, so much time, so little to do. Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of spending money for a while. But that's fine. It's for a good reason. So, wait, no, I have better alternatives. No, not that one. That's the fucky one. Never mind. For some reason, that one doesn't like to connect to things in furnaces, but it'll connect to anything on itself. Which is odd and annoying, but whatever. Okay, so obviously every single one of these is getting a grinder in front of it. Because it's making 11.7 a minute. This is going to consume 11.7 a minute. It's going to be 1-to-1 regardless, so... Oh my god, you can click and drag those two. Oh, amazing. Absolutely goated. Okay, I should be doing that more often then. Understood. Yeah, right? Like, damn. So... Okay, no, there's... There's the rest of the coal. Once it starts to back up like this, then I know things are chilling. So that's good. Oh my god, that efficiency is so much better. Jeez. I know it's because they're not doing anything right now, but still. Okay, so that's the quicklime powder done. Good. Okay. So, I'm going to take you through a whole chain of events. So, long story short, I'm looking to make these. This is for the main quest. However, my previous factory was having issues with efficiency. Some machines weren't quite as fast as I wanted them to be. Some machines weren't being provided as much as I would like them to have. Yada, yada, yada. This is an extension of the previous system that I already had. You noticed earlier that things weren't quite as good as they could be, and the new fertilizer adding to the fact that I needed to revamp the entire thing. So, this starting block here is for fertilizer only. I'm going to make a second level raised up off the ground. Like, it'll be attached to this probably, but more or less just kind of semi with it. And that will be producing various plants and things that I'll need. Obviously, can't do a whole lot right now because I don't have too much fertilizer at the moment. So it'll start with one. One is more than enough to be able to feed itself and create like an excess amount, so it'll start to flow and, you know, overflow into the next one, and then gradually that'll feed into the loop and continue to make it until eventually the entire setup is filled. And that's how you get the sage going. Now, I'm going to need to do flax as well, but that's an entirely separate section. This is just for fertilizer at the moment. So that's going to be its own thing. Because I'm going to need a fuck ton of fertilizer in the future. That much I know of. Because there are a ton of plants that I A, don't have, and B, am going to need to set up for. So what we're doing is we're preemptively making a much larger and much more grandiose setup than what I would reasonably need right now to ease myself toward what will inevitably be something that I'm going to need to probably use a blueprint, duplicate it, place it again, and then I can just skip this process and just double my output on the spot. Overlapping with other devices, yeah. Yeah, that's the only downside with things like this is that they're big and clunky and don't really make room for things to be placed above them. So it's going to be a little complicated to try and actually get it to be set up the way that I need it to be. Maybe I can figure something out, I'm not sure. Because I can't do... Like, I can't do this. It'll be a whole thing. But I need it to be on top. Yeah, I'm going to build a treehouse on stilts. That's the part that bugs me, is that the legs of this aren't positioned to be in the corner necessarily. They're just kind of like in the section. I wish this was a valid spot. But sadly it isn't because it's overlapping with this. Like, I feel like a little corner overlap shouldn't be that bad. But no, that bit back there is so densely packed that I can't put anything back here. Like this, I don't even know if this corner is actually considered a buildable spot. So like as far as I know, this is basically as dense as I can get it to go. I might, keyword here being might, be able to convince it to let me put it here. Yes, okay. So I can do that. Which is going to throw things off a little bit, but not massively. Oh, wait. Then was it because... Probably not. No, no matter how I do it, it's not going to work. Okay. Then I'll do it out here, which is fine. So, let me get... stairs. We'll get that up here. So this will be for all the grow beds. Clay and iron. Yeah. So eventually this will all just be conveyor belts anyway, so I'm not really too worried about being able to access this completely. Plus, I can still technically access it even from this side, so I'm not too worried about it. Still need iron, which thankfully is still going, but I should have a whole bunch somewhere. Yep. Okay. Good. So this will be where the starting block of the fertilizer is. Now, it's going to be a little fucky, and I'll explain why. Farms are interesting because they're obviously directly tied to how much fertilizer you receive. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Okay. But outside of that, there's also like the factor of making sure that it is continuing to feed itself and fertilize, the soil that it's making. Which is a bit difficult to do. So this produces 35 a minute at 1 every 1.7 seconds. Which is fine, because one of these consumes 1 every 1.7 seconds. So much like the quicklime dust down below, these are also 1-to-1. Now, you'll probably notice an issue pretty quickly here. That's a lot of fucking quicklime for so few sage. Yes. Quicklime's used for a lot, honestly. Namely the energizing potions, which will make a lot of money. And there's another thing that I do need to do. But this is more or less just the starting block. I'm hoping, keyword here being hoping, the actual fertilizer will speed up the process, because I think the 1.7 is actually the reduced time from my tech upgrade of dropping my, or increasing my efficiency speed by 75%. So, yeah. Unfortunately, my fuel efficiency is kind of shitty. That's my bad. But, we'll work with it. We'll figure it out. We'll workshop it. So, long story short, all this will probably eventually get used, even in ways that I don't know yet. Because realistically, I could just shift everything and feed it into a few down here, and then use these elsewhere. That is an option. Or, should I decide to do so, have enough fertilizer as well, I can wrap it around the side, or split it, and send it around another side, feed it in, and, add more if needed. This is generally the benefit of doing another floor. I don't tend to do that a lot. Though I did utilize under the map in Satisfactory. Probably a reason why I did so well. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do that here. Like, I can't clip under the map to be like, oh, let me just build stuff in here. So, there are ways to do that, but that depends on if your system is actually modular. The way that mine was set up previously, it wasn't. Like, it really wasn't. There was a few things that were key linchpins, and trying to, like, finagle that is like playing Jenga with Lincoln Logs. You can do it. It's all right, but they're significantly less stable than a block, if you get what I mean. And I don't mean like stacking the 3 bys on each other. I mean like the 2s in the center. Alright, so sage. So that then gets combined with this. Can I send it through the floor? Maybe? Like if I do... No. Fuck. Okay. So then I'll do this instead. Yeah, it's gonna be. Actually, I should split that by 1. That way I can slip the center bit as a transport section. Yep, thank you. Okay. I'm still not fully super used to how... Oh. Shit. I realized the issue with the setup. Ooh, actually. Wait. Could that work? It's an option. Okay. No. This might actually work. Hang on. So I just need to do these first. Nope. Nope, that's not what I want. Yep. Actually, that's exactly what I need. Now, question becomes, will you let me connect? Yes. Okay. Perfect. That is exactly the spacing that I needed. I remember this being an issue last time. Please tell me you're not going to be an issue this time. Oh my god, it's not. Yes. Okay, good. Last time I tried to do this kind of a crossover, it didn't work because I was going from furnace to this. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be the same if you're going from one wooden material to another. Okay. So now I can use these as a method of getting over. It's going to be a little fucky with this one, which I might... I might try and go around if I can. But it should be fine. It's going to be a little awkward at first, but it should sort itself out as we go along. So... Okay. And then I can do this. Oh, I need more small cogs. Where are they at? There they are. There's some of them at least. Do I need more? I'm probably going to need more. I'll grab more. Alright. I've got more. Oh. More. What? Hello? Thank you. Ooh, portal sigil. Yes, please. I would like it. Thank you. The rest is just limestone that I don't really care about right now. Okay. So... Nope, I need that. Okay. Okay. So now I can deliver the quicklime like that. And this is the first, not that. Normal fertilizer. I fucked up. I done fucked up. I totally forgot. Fuck. So, change of plans. We're going to do things a bit differently. Oh no. Oh no. Wichita, we might have a problem. Yeah. That's a little awkward. Should be fine, I think. I do have somewhat of an idea on... Oh, don't do that. Just these. I do have an idea on how I can fix that. It's gonna be a bit awkward, but it should do the job just fine. It is going to involve me making another set of platforms, though. I was kind of hoping to avoid, but here we are anyways. Okay. Yeah. It'd be like that. Okay. So now this is going to cost a lot, but it'll be worth it in the long run. It's better need to go up. We have a new issue. Oh, it's one after another. Oh no. Um. Hmm. I could do a drawbridge. That is technically an option, but I'd rather not. So... It probably would be best to alter the location of all this anyway. Because now that I'm thinking about it, trying to feed 8 of these with one line probably isn't the smartest decision. 4 with one line would probably be a bit better. And then I can shift these ones back to better emulate that. Gonna be a bit tricky to try and get fertilizer to it though. So maybe if I move coal over by 1. I generally prefer, because like games like these have an extensive community that are more than happy to go through and like crunch the numbers and figure out what all numbers feed into what, you know, X, Y, and Z, things like that. Generally, I've got no issue with it. I just don't prefer to play that way. Yeah. I'm aware of that. But generally speaking, like, I don't know. Being worried about the numbers, sure, you're efficient, but I don't know, sometimes you get real goofy conclusions out of just kind of winging it. You know? So that's all set. That's got fertilizer. So it would reach. Oh, wait a minute. No, that doesn't fucking matter. Because it's going up anyway. Nah. Fuck you and your gap. I got escalators. Because not only does that get them over the gap, it also puts them in prime position for the furnaces. Okay. These will, however, need one more. One more. One more once. One more once. One, two. Okay. So, remove that. Honestly. Yeah, I forget the view invalid. That's right. I can't hang them from in here, can I? No. Can only do it from up there. Damn you, roof. Wait, so if I can't even do it anyway, then I might not even need to bother with the gap at all. And I can just say fuck it and pull it forward anyway. I can. Fuck it. We'll use the drawbridge to get it over. And then this. Mm-hmm. Now, I am going to have to do a little bit of a snafu. And that's that. But honestly, that's all I'm doing. I'm okay with that. Let me go grab more rocks. My 600 fucking rocks. I have too many rocks. Help. I was unaware of my rock game. Okay. So these nope, I need you to stop trying to push me into tiles that I don't want to be part of. I'm assuming given the rate of efficiency increase, these are going to be probably more than capable of feeding all three of these without any issue. That's fine. Yes, thank you. I am well aware of how much I've just spent. I really don't need a fucking reminder of that. I got 45 silver chilling in there, and I've got thousands of copper in there. Like, calm down. Just for a little bit, please. Okay. So, those will then make the plant ash that I need. So I need to clone this. Really should have been doing this from the fucking start, but you know what? Huh? Oh, because I'm out of rope. Oh. Fuck, I'm out of rope. Shit. This might be an issue. I'll let all that fill in. And... oh, actually, we have a nice surplus here. I'm not doing anything with potions for a while. Make rope. Okay. Okay, good. There's loads of fertilizer backed up here, or at least some. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, good. Good, good, good. That'll be able to make rope for at least a little while and keep me going. So, I can then use this. If I do that, is it not going to cause... Oh, that's the fucking front desk. That's why it looks like that. Okay. God, what an awful table. Learn what it is, immediately shit talk it. So, I see. Okay, so one of these can go back around and down through here to this one to begin to feed itself. Because one row should be capable of doing itself. No problem. I think. Generally. So. Grab. I will have to do that. But that's fine. No, you rotated the base. Why are you rotating the base? Don't rotate the base. Thank you. Because you're the pole. There we go. All right. Have a good night. Ooh. I've just realized a funny hee-hoo thingy I can do. Okay. So that will then begin to feed down into there. Okay. And obviously this is all just resource stuff anyway, so I'm not, again, worried about it. That's all set, that's all set. Those aren't powered yet, which is good. Because I want it to only be powered on once it's actually doing something. So I'll do... Okay, so I'll have to swap this around and change its output side. That. It can remain exactly the same, though. Just its output side is going to be on the opposite. So that way, I can do the fertilizer up to here and feeding back into that. It's weird being able to see through it. Okay. We'll chuck all that in there. Honestly, I should probably go dump all this into a thing. Grab that silver. Okay. Now, I can begin production on that. Good. Very good. How much am I producing out of that? 35 a minute. And out of this one? 11.7. So it would be what? 3 of those is equivalent to 1 of those. So I guess if I did 2 then, it'd be fine. Right, is that my understanding of it? Yeah, okay. So 2 can feed into 1. I want to delete that necessarily. No. I want to delete that. No, I need you to... What the hell are you doing? Thank you. Just attach there. Not that hard. Okay. This does seem to be capable of keeping up. Never mind, it's just shy. How much are you producing? 35 a minute versus your 11.7 times 3 is 35.1, which is slightly more than what this needs, but realistically, I probably won't need it anyway. Even as is, it's fine. Like, I'm overproducing fertilizer for the 1, so not that big of a deal. I might use a few of these for flax production. I just don't know if it'd be a smart idea or not. Because in theory, I should be able to produce over 300 per minute. or 300 per second, I guess, because it's per minute. Never mind. I'm getting my rates mixed up. So, generally speaking, that should work just fine. I don't see why it wouldn't. We'll paint her green for the memes, because why not, right? So, yeah, that's fine. That's full. Not that big of a deal. Okay. Good. I do kind of enjoy the tall, like, structures of the drawbridges. They're fun. They might be inefficient, but they're fun. Like, look at this. You can't look at that and tell me that ain't fun. Good. And then, much like I did for the other ones, I'll do bonus boxes up here, just to ensure that should it temporarily run out of fertilizer, it'll have enough to be able to do what it needs to do for at least a little while longer. God, that's going to be hypnotic to watch later on. I can't wait. Okay, so obviously these aren't producing anything. That's fine. It doesn't need to right now. So I'll do it in mixtures of 2 to 1, which is going to be a little fucky to try and get figured out. I can try 1 to 1 at a later date, but 2 to 1 is going to be the prevailing rule for right now. So because all of these are coming down anyway, we'll do... Could do tables. Tables do give a pretty decent amount of space. I just don't know if that's a... Tables do give a decent amount of space. But these are cheaper. Never mind, that's an invalid position. Alright, tables it is. Alright. Tables. Let's go. So this will actually make things a little easier when it comes to feeding things down the line. Because this will be the rate that it goes at anyway. So then I can do... Yes. Thank you. Like I'm not... It's not like I'm not appreciative of it, but... What? Why? Why can't I place that there suddenly? Is it? You're fucking lucky that it's only gonna be 2 fucking blocks. That's the issue I was having previously with it. Where I would just decide, I don't want to put these here anymore. I'm assuming it's because they usually have the register set to be only on that part. No, don't do that. You're doing that, you're doing that, and then that. Thank you. That. Copy that. Confirm. Good. Copy. Okay. Good. That and that. You're making basic fertilizer. As are you. Okay. We're getting there. Getting there. Things are coming together. I now understand why they're designed like this. Because there will always be at least one available on either side to send off of when done right. Gotcha. Okay. Now, the only downside is that I don't have enough room to be able to do all of these. So, yeah. Honestly, you know what? If that's the case, then rather than burning through all of that coal super quickly. I'll cut it off here. That way it only flows to there and doesn't burn through all the coal down there. It is slowed by an extreme amount when it's not doing anything, but still, I would rather not have it consume things when the other ones are working, just in case there is an issue with throughput on coal that ends up stifling the other ones down at the end anyway. I'll know about it well before I even actually attach them. I think I cut it like right here. So, you know, most of these will be coming over here. That'll be a whole thing. I guess I could do... No, that wouldn't work. What if I stagger them? Like, this sounds really fucking stupid, but just roll with me for a sec. I'm already using tables as platforms, so why the hell not, right? So, what I mean is... it'd look something like this. But... I don't know if it's worth. Because I want to get this setup figured out first before I start doing anything else. I'm also going to need to figure out the whole mushroom wood thing. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Does that produce 1-to-1 table saw? Yes, that's cut down by a little over a third. God, the buying price for rotten logs is 2,000. Yikes. Sure, I can't grow them myself. Fuck. Price you're charging, I might as well be. But I can put that here. I do... It's just going back into an assembler, right? Yeah. Right back in. But it makes a fertilizer that's 12 times as efficient and has 6-ish, 5. Yeah, 5 times the nutrient value. Oh. Ah, shit. Oh, no. I've realized a minor oopsie that I've just run into. So, Um, these are going to cause the... You know what? No, I'll wait. I'll wait. Because I don't know. I don't know. So we'll wait. So I'm going to need to do this. And then that. Obviously, these are going to be for advanced fertilizer. Actually. No, I know what I can do. I'll use this first batch for flax. That way I can keep a whole bunch of other stuff running. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because this is just based off of the excess coming from the primary loop of the first sage plant. So when I do this, now the only downside is I am going to need to figure out how I'm going to sort planks from mushrooms. Is it every 3? Shit. If it's every 3, that might be a bit of an issue. I know of a way I might be able to sort it out, but... Oh, it's every 4. I could do... No, I don't think that would work. Fuck. Because, yeah, that's going to be producing too quickly. Maybe not. That might work. Hang on. This is going to be a really scuffed sorting situation, and it's going to rely very heavily on me keeping things extremely balanced. So, one there, one there. And then I do this here, like that. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Like, I don't know how... You bastard. I found my logistics. Oh. Thankfully, I don't think it's gonna be too hard to do now. Man, that's crazy. Okay. So, yeah, I'll have to do the mushrooms at the top and then the other stuff at the bottom. I can probably just throw the planks out, realistically. I'm not going to be doing anything with them anyway. And that'll probably save me a pretty healthy chunk of time. I think. Generally, anyway, should be at least a halfway decent time save. I was hoping I could, you know, fill the inventories of these, but that unfortunately didn't work, so. Okay. What are you looking like? Okay. You are going to be filtering out these. Which one do you output to where? Okay. Then instead, I'll have you sort out planks. Yep. Okay. Planks the way to go. So... And then obviously I can do the belt out. Half drop. And honestly, trash can. Fuck it. I don't need it. It does feel shitty to drop that much money on something and not use it for something, though. $200 out of that. I mean, it's basically the same anyway, isn't it? I really don't want to do it, but I might just have to. Okay. So, yeah. No, we're not gonna. Oh. Right, this clears at end of day. No, I don't want to. Because I know at some point in time I'm going to be like, damn, I wish I had a whole bunch of wood. I'm going to be kicking myself for it later, but whatever. I'll worry about it later. So, oh my god. I might just have to anyway, because I'm going to be using so many of them that I'm just going to need to do it separately. Unless I can maybe grow the spores separately, but I don't think I can. I think they're just eternally linked to that specific log, and that's just all I've got. I don't really need another cashier, honestly. The fuck? Jeez. Rock salt, pyrite ore. Oh shit. It gets crazy later on. Damn. What do we got? Nothing I can do right now. Yeah, everything's still in stock because I haven't opened up yet. That's probably for the best. I guess what I could do is, instead of trying to use all of it for one specific task, I can, like, sort of, I don't know, work with it on both sides. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, right? Alright, advanced fertilizer is now rolling out to various sage plants near you. I am a little afeared of what it is that they're going to do to my plants. But we'll find out. I forgot I had so much coffee left. Oh my god. Oh, amazing. Absolutely fucking stunning drink. Oh. Oh my. Oh no, I'm still going through the basic fertilizer. Oh no. So, yeah, no, I miscalculated. By a lot, let's just say. Maybe I was not expecting to overcome the difference quite so quickly. Ooh. All right then. Hmm. Noted. Fuck. That is Oh. Oh. I'm getting, what is it? 20 plants? Yeah, I'm getting 20 plants out of this.
Which means it's going to be even more aggressive when I decide to use it for flax.
Oh no. Oh no. So, yeah. Turns out, probably not super necessary for right now. Ooh. Look, it's crazy because just one crafter is seeming to pretty steadily fill these quite quickly. I just wish it wasn't fucking 4-1 on these. Like, that's the shit part, honestly. And is it just 1? Yeah, it's 1-1. Well, that's good at least. Unfortunate, there's 5 other fucking items that are required to go through before you can actually get to the item you want, though. These don't technically have a sale value, so I can't do anything with them. Well, I guess that's not true. I could have them feeding into these. And then instead of paying for 2 separate logs, I can just split it and send it over this way. Like, that'd be fine. I am going to need to do more money launchers, though. Oh, that's a lot of money. A substantial sum, some might say. We still have to worry about money for a while. That's good, at least. So... Oh, wow, I got it all. Damn it, I got room to spare, too. Okay, so that's for the energy potion. Oh, no, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep that there. There's really no point. Okay. I'm trying to, like, envision how fucking chaotic this is going to be, because it's going to be. There's really nothing I can do about it at this point. I just kind of have to commit to the bit and go for it. If I just full send it into fertilizers, I should be fine using just the small bit. Because I am definitely going to need to do a split here in the chain to feed that chest. Which, yeah, it's going to need that. And you're going to be buying these, unfortunately. And then these are going to get launched from here. On. Okay. So this one will get swapped to face this way. Now I just get a nice little wave of wood. I feel like I'm playing the Norpap log again. Oh my god. I wasn't ready for that, I'm not gonna lie. So then I can just remove that and remove that. Unfortunately, I'm a little too close to be able to do the ease of access route. Oh, I see. Because you're not facing the right way. Yay. Okay. Then you will reach around 2 here. Never mind, because I done fucked up. It's fine though, because you're going to be getting the same route anyway. Good. Sweet. Now I have a use for all that wood that I'm making. They will unfortunately probably build up just because that's just unfortunately how that works. I think what I'll do is down here, instead of doing this, I will swap out this. And these for, if I remember right, it should be able to do 3. Right? Or is it just 2? 8.8. 35. Really? Only $400 on logs? Where would I have bought 2 logs? None of them are connected to money. And I'm not actively buying wood. Interesting. Huh. This has been so full for so long that it just kind of has been chilling. Interesting. Alright. So... yeah. So... I can actually do 4 of these then. Which is... weird, but fine. I'm assuming it's going to be... staggered. Unless it's actually capable of keeping up. Which is a possibility, honestly. You know what? I'll take 3. Because it'll reduce the amount of rocks that I need to purchase. Making it a bit easier on my wallet. Okay. So sand. Right, yeah. I still need wood for charcoal dust to make clay. Okay, so that's... okay, this is gonna be interesting to try and figure out. So... because I packed that side basically to the brim, so I can't put a catapult on that line to send it through. What if we use plastic spoons and dig a tunnel under the city and release it into the wild? I think it's a great plan. Anyway, I could use one of these for wood. That could work. That could absolutely fucking work. So we'll use this one because it's the last one in chain that has coal. And I'll swap that out for one of those. And wait. I see. So what if I take Bikini Bottom and put it somewhere else? Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, so this is going to cost me, is it 2 silver coins a piece? So 6 silver coins will fill it. Isn't bad, honestly. Oh, I understand the very expensive price tag that I'm going to be suffering with. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that's going to be a problem. New plan. New plan. We're going to go ahead and do that. Give me a sec. No, I've been cooking all stream. Just give me a moment. Let me cook. The kitchen may be on fire, but just hold on. Let me cook. I get the grease fire started 10 minutes ago, but just hold on. We're cooking. All right. So I swap that out for one of these instead. It's cheaper, longer, and takes up way too much room for me to be able to do this. Unless I remove it and then swap it out for this. now it works. Okay. Why did you rotate? Okay. So now I can basically set the same thing up there. But I can start making clay. Where did my... What? There we go. It's taken some getting used to, but I do definitely like the way that this game builds. And I don't mean like production-wise, I mean just like actual building. Okay, so you're producing 26.2 a minute, which is good. Is that... Oh. Shit. So, so one of those is gonna be... Okay, 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 okay. I can try. So... 26.2 is pretty wild. What is the throughput on these? Doesn't say. Does it stay in the guide? Initial conveyor belt speed is 60 a minute. Okay. And then I've got 3 upgrades to conveyor speeds, boosting it by 45. So I'm at 105 a minute. So, in theory, one belt should be capable of supporting all 3 of these. And if it can do that, it should be able to support all 6 of these with plenty to spare. Which feels crazy to say, but that's how maths. So, I guess we just do that. Let me do this. Let me do that. And now we start making clay at 26.2 a minute. And because it's being made the way that it is, I can do this. And potentially... Wait. Maybe. I might be able to swipe coal. No. Wait. Maybe. I do 2, and do that. That's the wrong way. I can do a couple more. Hey, I mean, I said I wanted my drawbridges back. I got them back. Speaking of which, curiosity. Okay, no. Wanted to see if I could raise and lower them to have them like aim at different spots in elevation, kind of like how these are. Turns out you cannot. Very unfortunate news. Okay. But now I can do... Yep, okay, perfect. Actually lines up just right. No, it lines up slightly better than I thought. Nice. Do wish I was pushed over by one, though, so I could skip building it and just throw it on top of that, but you do what you can with what you got, I guess. I'm missing row. All right. And then I can put the giant ass kiln on top. And that will get me bricks. .4 seconds a brick. Meaning these are going to be at a standstill more often than not. Don't know that I'm going to be able to get another... Never mind. I won't be able to because it's not going to be producing enough. Shit. Fuck it, we ball. Don't really have much of an opportunity or a choice to worry about that right now. Anywho. Gonna need to make the thing to go brew. So, yeah. I might need to swap the rope over. Don't know if I'm gonna need to necessarily, but I hope not. Oh, I don't like those price tags. Yikes. Thankfully, though, it's all paused, which is definitely a great thing. God. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue. would have to... There would be so much going into that kind of a setup. Oh. I've just realized. I do have a vertical splitter, technically. Wait a minute. Right here is where it would need to go. And then if I just have it filter nothing, it will just split it. But I am one space away. I won't be for long. I'm trying my best here. I really am. So, what if I do one of these? Let me have that. Okay. Yeah, no, like I've got this shit on the wall. Not much I can do about that. This is a beam. Oh, this is a beam. What? How? Then what is the fucking point? Hello? Can I at least do, like, bricks? Invalid position overlapping with the devices and invalid. Man, fuck you, alright? I'm trying here. Like, at least give me fucking credit for that or something, but no. You're not giving me anything. Like, I guess I could just remove this one, because right now it's not doing anything. And I wouldn't really be remiss without it. just wish there was a better option. This is a chest. What other availabilities do you have? Nope, just a 2 in, 2 out, slightly larger chest. Okay. Figured I'd look. So, like, I really am trying to find options for me on how I can get over where I am in this predicament. But unfortunately, I don't think I have too many options. Which is not a good sign. I could try... No, because I can't. Any attempts to try and reach over wouldn't work. Except for maybe here. No, because now it's too close. Fuck. This is what I get for building too close to the goddamn wall, man. My options right now are delete everything and reorganize. Or... yeah, because it's already going to be squished in anyway. Can drawbridges be targeted with? Oh, you beautiful bastard. No, that works. Yeah, no, that'll work perfectly. So... ooh, money. I have an idea. I have an idea. They don't come up often, but they do come up every so often. I do that. Yes. 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 Okay. Yeah, no, I can save myself the source bit there. Do the banking chest here. Banking chest here. Tell you to continue doing that. Oh, have to adjust this backwards by 1, but that's fine because that only moves it closer into range of everything else. And then all I will need to do is simply plug in, grab you, attach you here, and split. One side here. And then once that fills up, which it inevitably will, here, with a catapult, one. Oh, you beautiful bastard. Okay. And let the wealth flow. All right. Now, in due course, I can begin to feed this with air money. Wait. Don't do that yet. Okay. There's a reason I needed to do this here. Why? I am very confused. Right. Right. I don't think that was the reason that I needed it. There was another one. Why did I need charcoal? I think I did need the planks. And that just seemed to be... No, because I specifically chose this one. Was I just looking to make more clay? Like, I guess it's possible, but... like, that wouldn't make any sense because I don't need more. I'm so confused. I have like 60 different things going on in my brain trying to like parse together where in the system it's going to go. And every time I add something, my brain's like, all right, adjust this in this direction. And like half of it's like super fucking cloudy. So obviously there's no fucking recipe set. There's something in there. Why would there be? Like, I could do a splitter here, feed it over, and then drop it in and do an advanced filter there and have that feed out. You know, that's not a half bad idea, because then I can do flax and get that going. I'll have to skip the energizing potions for a little bit. That could work. Okay. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Let's skip the energizing potions for now. Because I'm not worried about that right this second. Obviously, I will be in the future, but right now it's not the thing that's going to save me at the moment. So, yes, thank you. Great. I spent a whole bunch of money. Thank you, story of my life. Awesome. Okay. So, the question becomes, how do I want to get this set up? I think I'm just going to pull it off the table, drop it onto the ground, and see how it goes. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Oh, fuck. You know, I'm beginning to think advanced fertilizer might be worth it. You know? Like, I don't know, something about it, something about it, something about it, it's just real good. Oh my god. Holy shit! 105 a minute. A minute. You're sure about that? Fuck. That's 1 for 1 for my conveyor belts. Splitting it is a detriment. Holy fuck. You best tell me that I can do another fucking form of this. Oh my god. Oh. Thank fuck. I can. Okay. So. Mm. 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 About that. Do I have the ability to 35 versus 105, 90, so it would be 3 of them. Three of them evenly. Oh my god. Okay. No, that would be a pretty viable option, I think. That I definitely could make work. It'd be a little on the fucky side, but I should be able to do it. Generally speaking, anyway. So, 35 a minute, which should be 1-to-1 on all of them. 95, or 35 times 3 is 115. No. It's 105. Shit. So I would need a 4th one then. To at least get the overcast. We'll wait. As much as I want to, we'll wait. So... Oh, that's right. I can just do... Wait. No, because that's not gonna... Yeah. No, actually, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Oh. So it doesn't look like this. It actually looks like this. And that's even. So then... That would be baseline. Yikes. But that's all from one plant. Okay. And that will take care of the rope, which super glad I could actually get that back up and running. Because now that means that I can do un catapult. And just yeet it over to there. And there we go. Okay, that's back online. Good. Next up on the docket to do would be the potions. Or at least that's what I want to say. Because realistically, it's probably going to be better off for me to do the trying to like get everything out of my inventory that I can while I'm building. So I guess what I'll do is instead of this, I'll do a small stockpile chest. That way it can do the wood, even if this line's full. It'll still continue. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of the tough part because I do kind of need it to be a specific way. So I get rid of that and that because that's actually not needed. I don't have enough room. Don't have enough room in my inventory. Gotta need a lot more room. I don't know where the fuck that bag went. Just kidding. I found it. So I'll fill it in like it's a furnace. That way it's still consistent. But obviously that's not what it's going to be doing. So this makes me 105 a minute. These consume 35, meaning if I do all three, I will be up by a short amount. Good. That means the fertilizer won't constantly be getting consumed. And there will be brief stints between growth periods that will ensure that it's properly increasing the amount that stays, which is good. I am going to need to do because this will turn into the sage powder. Sage powder then gets sent down, I think it's with quicklime to make the potions, right? No, it's the flax thing. Red Carancer for quicklime, okay. Is the energizing potion just wine? I'm not going to think about it right now. My brain doesn't need that. So... Okay. I am going to need more of this. But I'm going to have plenty of this to feed out. Which will be easy enough to do because I will have access to these. Now, wait. Oh. Secret, secret. I don't have enough blanks. Yeah, that tracks. Alright, now I do. Now I do. Honestly, I don't even think I really need it to be there. I think just doing it here would be enough. Oh, wait, no. I will still need that. I will still need that. Unfortunately, I am going to be overlapping with the ground by a fair... Okay. So I'll have to combine them then. Or... Yeetus Mechanicus. I see. So it turns out, I'm a fucking nincompoop. But what else is new, you know? I forgot how fast my own belts were. Go fucking figure, right? Turns out, really only need one belt. Crazy what belt upgrades will do for you. Which means this shit is useless to me and was a waste of my time. Okay. And then price tags do be hitting different. That's fine. It should be managed in a moment. Once I get the poultices up, I can start doing business again. My reputation's gonna tank for a little bit, but at the very least I'll be able to make money again. That's the big thing that I'm mainly worried about. This is not full, and I wish it was, but it is not, and I don't understand why. Because you were not producing wood. Why do that? I have no reason to be mad. Anyway. Okay. You will be going over. And now that I know how this is going to operate, I'm going to be doing this out of the gate. Like so. And instead of, well, no, I actually did it, but I did the same way over there, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Very good. So, in theory, that plus that into this should equal stable potions. Yes or no? They are slow, but technically, yes. Good. We have solved potions. Let's do that. Grab that. Send it there. Bam. Potions are back and ready. Lovely. Alright. Next up, glass. Glass. That's why I wanted the charcoal. I understand now. Because I'm going to be converting one of those into a separate thing. And I'm going to need... Yep. Okay. I'm also going to need to do bricks too. Bricks are definitely going to be their own thing, I think. But I should be able to do it no problem. Really wish you fucking wouldn't. Thank you. Okay, take that. Chuck it into there. Head out back. 1 block. 2 block. Done. Good. Right. I will say, things are looking much nicer and are much more efficient than they were previously. This could be a little better, but realistically, with over 250 rope saved, I don't think I'm going to have an issue with rope anymore. Now, this does come with the asterisk of this is completely stopped. Everything is running with the understanding that this is what it will look like when it's full, and everything is capable of running at full tilt all the time. This will not be the case when I actually get started. Linens. Linens are, I assume, threads, yes, in that. Okay. In order to make threads, I need 3 flax fiber. Flax fiber, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to get. Meaning I'm going to need 2 or even, actually I'm going to need 3 flax plants to make 1 cloth. at a steady enough pace. Fuck. That does put a bit of a damper on the plan. However, it might not. So if I do that, that will push it through. Okay. 1, 2. Fuck. Alright. 1 sec. Thanks, Goku. Nope. Please do not just select the most expensive font that I have. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Oh, I could compact it so much easier. Yeah, I could. So, 3. Wait, no. No, not that. Because I need it to be flat first. Then vertical. Because no, that doesn't help me at all, actually. I was hoping it would have. It does not. It actually makes things a bit more complicated and harder to manage. It was worth a shot, though, I guess. This is just much easier to manage. Because they're going to get combined anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Obviously, we're going to need the things back. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, 2, 3. All of these are going to make threads. All of these are going to make threads. That's not thread. There we go. And then the 3 of these Power Rangers Dinomorph into motherfucking linen. Did I forget how the fuck to make linen? What? Oh. Alright. Sure. I mean, hey, you won't hear me complain. That increases the input speed by a fair amount. And then, much like everything else, it too shall get the pult. And just like that, cloth is now being produced. Rather rapidly, in fact. Not egregiously fast, but good enough that it is stable. Rocks are still rocking. Like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you about that. Like, it's just rocks. So that's good. 175 rope there, so we'll go ahead and fill that in, and that will take care of that, no problem. Go ahead and drop that off as well. Just 'cause I don't fucking want it in my inventory no more. Okay. We're getting close to being back up to where we were. Obviously, I'm still missing energizing potions, which requires the red currant, which requires the extractor, which requires quicksilver, which quicksilver's still over there. So, what we're going to do is we're going to head back over here and continue on our endeavors to make a fuck ton of fertilizer. Thankfully, though, it seems like this fertilizer is actually really fucking good at keeping things in check for the most part when it comes to actually getting everything operational. It spreads it out evenly, it lasts long enough that it actually works. So, all in all, pretty good, pretty good. So, let me do that. 1, 2, and 3. Now, I am a little worried. Yeah. So, it provides 144 a second. This requires 144. But because of the reduced speed, I'm down to 0.57 seconds. These last for 2.9. So I can get 2 quick shots of red currants. And then get rid of these 2 tables. Because I'm going to need 3 of these. So, how many do you produce? 105 a minute? Excuse me? Okay, and how much do you use? Oh no. Oh no. So, Hmm. Interesting thing about this. So yeah, it looks like that. One of these is capable of filling all 6 of these. Huh. The fuck? So I don't really think I'm gonna need those. Because each of these is producing 175 a minute, presumably. So... yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna need that. I think we're good. I can just, sweet. Thank you, I'm aware I'm spending a lot of money. Hello? There we go. That's not at all what I wanted. And then using old setups, we'll just push the rest of the way. Okay. And then, last but not least, is glass, which should be easy enough. It's just sand smelted. So, right, yeah, that's... I'll probably do a separate setup for that then, I think. Because I could probably use this. Where, like, I split off from this here. And then feed it over here. Like, that should be fine. Alright. But I think for now, that's where I'm going to end the stream for tonight. It is nearly 4 a.m. I've been going for 3.5 hours. And honestly, it looks much better. Let's see how quickly I run out of fertilizer. Oh. Actually. I can add a new item to the store. Funny enough. Now that I'm actually producing a surplus of both of them. In theory, I should be able to do that. Bandages. Very good. And because these are slower crafting anyway, they'll work out. And I can start filling this spot here. What item is that? Oh, that's the fake fucked up one. No, we don't. Nope, 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 never mind. That will be where the bandages go. Wait a minute. Okay. It looks weird from the outside. So it's going to have to play a little game of hopscotch, but don't think really anyone's going to mind their bandages playing hopscotch before they actually get them. Health potions are suffering a little bit. Fertilizer is looking very rough. I might do this to keep things better spaced out. Though at that point, I might as well just feed into one. I knew this was going to happen eventually anyway, and I knew it was going to be soon too. So I just need more of the fucking mushroom things, but I did need more money. But I will say, all in all, things are looking pretty good. Right, this will be for... Not that, what? Huh? Was this for glass? Yeah, that was glass. Then I'll leave that there. Alright. Anyway, that's been it for this one. Appreciate you folks for stopping by, vibing out and hanging out with me. And, yeah. I don't know, like, the shop's coming along pretty good. Obviously, I'm out of glass, which is kind of shitty, but... I mean, all in all, why are you not... You're not... You're not. Now we are. Very good. Anyway. Appreciate you folks stopping by, vibing out and hanging out with me. And hell, if you enjoyed watching my chaos unfold live or even in the VOD, consider dropping a follow. I try to stream noon and midnight EST. Generally happens, sometimes it doesn't. It is what it is. Kind of really all just depends on how I'm feeling. But, yeah. Next time, more fertilizer. Because, like, I just don't have enough. I might consider dipping into the basic supply and, like, feeding it through as, like, a surplus use kind of deal. I can just pop it over and do it like that, but I don't know. Anyway, see you folks.